Welcome. So let's try to keep it to 3 minutes.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Sharon Rushton, Chairperson for Sustainable Tam Almonte. First of all, we want to thank you very much for your letter regarding the FCC rules. We are very concerned about the serious adverse health and environmental effects that may be caused by exposure to microwave radiation emitted by small cell facilities for 4G and 5G technology. We are also concerned that the small cell facilities may increase fire risks, decrease property values, and degrade the traditional residential character of Marin County neighborhoods. Over a month ago, residents alerted the City of Mill Valley and the county that crews had stated that they were stringing cable on telephone poles in preparation for AT&T and Verizon to install 4G and 5G small cell towers. This activity reportedly occurred in the City of Mill Valley and in unincorporated Mill Valley. Sustainable Tam Almonte, as I believe you're aware, has sent you numerous letters and emails about this issue. In response to the alerts, the City of Mill Valley hired telecommunication experts and then composed and adopted an urgency ordinance to establish wireless telecommunications facilities regulations. Although the county has taken some steps, we are not aware of the county taking the same level of action as Mill Valley has. We urge you to act swiftly, like Mill Valley, to put the topic, establish regulations for small cell facilities on your agenda, authorize staff to hire experts in telecommunications law and technology, and direct the experts to draft regulations for small cell facilities that will maintain local control, protect public health and safety, preserve the traditional residential character of Marin neighborhoods, and limit the installation of small cell facilities to the greatest degree possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning, supervisors. I want to talk practicalities. I want to talk about permits this morning, specifically to 4 sets of new equipment that appear to be on Lucas Valley Road. With a bit of digging, first of all, I have some details about where they are, and this is all in relation to...
And if you'd like, maybe give us your name.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Rachel Gaunt.
All right.
And I'm from Mill Valley. But I did want to get to sort of to some details as well. So with a bit of digging, it looks like there are 4 new sets of equipment up on Lucas Valley Road. It seems like 2 of them were subject to 2012, where they actually got a permit. But what seems to have happened is they put additional new equipment on those existing sites, and there are 2 new installations on them. I have details here for you. And I guess the question is the county aware of that? And if not, can we find out who put them up, which carrier, who issued the permit? And I guess it relates back to the 1998 ordinance that you have. It's like, is it strong enough to stop this sort of activity? And I think our strong recommendation is that you consider perhaps a small additional ordinance that sits on top of your 1998 ordinance that's very specific to this new and very powerful type of technology to really give us the kind of protections that we need. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you.
My name's William Now. I live in Inverness. And I want to piggyback on what Rachel just said. It's, the city attorneys in Mill Valley and in Petaluma seem to think that an existing ordinance was not enough, that they decided as attorneys to strengthen their ordinances with an addendum or a revision specifically to defend themselves from this rapid deployment that's coming from the industry. And I want to support the letter that was sent to the FCC, and I want to piggyback on something that you focused on yourselves that you felt was important, which was your concern about the 60-day shot clock that the FCC has written into this piece of paper, which is a strong piece of paper, and I'm concerned also about another issue that you mentioned in this letter, which is that we have poles out there that multiple carriers will be able to, under the 60-day shot clock, will be able to deploy, right? Poles that necessarily cannot hold all this extra equipment. Case in point, the Malibu fire, and they identified that over 20% of Southern Cal Edison's poles were overloaded, and that was a contributing factor. And there's a joint power authority in Southern Cal and in Northern Cal that has some authority over all the poles, and they've done some research, and I can provide it for you, that shows that that 20% figure is very conservative and is not exclusive to Southern Cal Edison, but is all over the state. So that's a real issue for us. And if we're talking about climate change and, our joy that the governor is focusing on climate change, our control of this equipment and the 60-day shot clock issue, that's a climate change issue. Look at the Northern California fires, right? So just encouraging, I'm totally supporting the concept of, FCC's coming out in, what's the date? It's this month, the end of this month, right, with their ruling. So we've got a deadline ahead of us, and a short addendum on the existing Marin Telecom Act, I think, would be essential. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Barry Smith. I'm a longtime Point Reyes Station resident. And I do own a cell phone, which I enjoy using, and I enjoy being able to turn it off. Now, you may call me antiquated, but I do believe I've got the right in my own home to determine how much radiation I'm exposed to and how much radiation my children are exposed to. I realize that this thing about microwave radiation in the cell facilities and small cell facilities is in some quarters called still up for grabs or uncertain, just like in some quarters the idea that there's human contribution to climate change is still up for grabs. So I would say I don't want to stand in the way of the vaunted Internet of Things. I don't want to be a Luddite. And I'm very excited about the Internet of Things. For example, I'd love my neighbors to be able to walk their dog while they're watching a movie on their device. I'd love to be able to send email from my refrigerator. And my personal favorite, I can't wait to get a device that you can put in a baby's diaper that alerts your phone when your baby pees. All you have to be willing to do is expose your baby's genitals to radiation all day long. So I think we can all agree this is the way forward. And I also want to congratulate the telecoms for having the prescience to, from the inception of their industry in 1996, outlaw any consideration of the public health and safety. Following a truly ignoble path, Johns Manville told us that asbestos was really fine. That Philip Morris told us that nicotine was not addictive. We have PG&E, who told the residents of Hinckley that hexavalent chromium was really good for them. And my personal recent favorite is Purdue Pharma saying that OxyContin is actually not addictive. So in this ignoble path, we have the telecommunications industry, and I don't know why I don't trust them, but it seems like when there's a conflict between corporate profits and truth-telling, I'm not sure the truth really wins out. So I'd like to urge you to show the leadership that you'd like to show in this area and protect the public health and safety. Thank you.
Barry, can I urge you to take that cell phone out of your front pocket?
Yeah. It's actually off. You see, I have the capability.
And in airplane mode, I'm sure.